Hello, everyone, and welcome to Shenanigoons, that D&D Spelljammer campaign where science and magic collide and you contribute to the chaos. And hello to my players. Hello, players.
Hello.
How are
We
you all?
exist.
I am well.
All right.
Feeling existential. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Dread? Like, is that?
Yeah,
is
a
that
little bit of that.
I'm
Yeah.
feeling
There's something
a little-
there, yeah.
Haunted by our actions.
Oh, I
I'm
had 2 weeks to
concerned.
get over whatever the hell we did that
yes.
time.
Who can
Well-
remember that long ago?
Yeah, man.
The DM never forgets. I know that.
I can only remember
The
things up
captain
to
never
the number
forgets.
of days I have fingers. So,
So, yeah.
whoops.
Does that include the ones you have in the box next to your desk?
No, not that.
Oh, okay, got it. So maybe try tie string around them. That might help.
The ones in the box?
Yeah.
Like a necklace? That's horrifying.
Well, so on that note, let's talk about our sponsors who sponsor this wonderful show. World Anvil, the most robust world building and campaign management software that exists on the internet today. Go over to worldanvil.com to light up the forge and take a look at the absolute best campaign management software that exists anywhere. Seriously, you can't beat it. You go to worldanvil.com and sign up for a free account to get access to almost all of the features. Where you're ready to upgrade to add more players and to customize a little bit better. You can do that by joining the guild for, I think it's like $3 a month. It's nothing. So go take a look over there at worldanvil.com. Secondly, I'd like to thank Die Hard Dice for sponsoring the show. You can go to dieharddice.com to see all the amazing dice that they make. Metal, polyhedrals, they make accessories. Good gosh, hi. Oh, they changed our box style. Huh. Which one's the older one? That's the older one. Kyle's got the new one. Let's argue about it for 20 minutes. Okay, so go to dieharddice.com. Use the coupon code Goonies for 15% off your first or next order. It works once per person. And I know not all of you have had a chance to use it yet, so get over there. Use your coupon code GOONIES for 15% off. And that's your entire order, whatever. And then,
They're also having a huge sale right now.
they are
so
having a
you
huge
should
sale. They're having a
Definitely
big
go check them out
community
right
sale
now.
as well, so you can go see a lot of amazing companies out there that are offering special deals right now for an online kind of convention community yard sale type thing. So go take a look at dieharddice.com today, as long as you want to roll with the best. Trying to work that in. I missed it. All right, that's who supports us. If you would like to support us directly, you can do so in numerous different ways. One of the best ways to do it is to use the tip this show or support this show or whatever it says down in the doobly doo. You can tip this show. You can go to that link, Streamlabs link, give $5 gives a reroll to the reroll pool for the players or to the DM if you want. $15 lets us spin the wheel of causality, which we will inflict some improvisational pain on one of the players for the evening, or maybe just a quick one-time thing. It depends on how difficult it is. $25 allows you to introduce an NPC. You just give us a quick little description and name, and we will introduce the NPC, such as Princess Courgette Zucchini,
of the zucchinis.
the sentient zucchini that was introduced a few weeks ago, and then for $50,
Princess Pickle.
Princess Pickle Rick. For $50, you can do DM Ex Machina, which allows one of the players to have about 30 seconds worth of DM powers to influence the game however they want. And that hasn't quite happened yet, so it'll be very interesting to see if and when it does. It scares me quite a lot. But we'll see.
Pay $50 to get rid of the cucumber.
Sure.
Fury would happily take it.
And
Oh,
then,
darn, she got spaced. So sad.
And then bits. So what do you do with bits? Bits will help you improve. Will help us improve the health of the ship during the next session. So like last session, we got up to a minor bonus. So the minor bonus you'll hear about in the captain's log today, right at the beginning, thanks to Lantern having a little influence on the ship, finally pulling his weight, as it were, and shaking heads already. Damn. And
Don't trust him. Just don't. I just don't.
Neither do I. At all. Not at all.
The bits will help improve the health of the ship, and you can donate bits to help us improve. If we get no bits, then there's a disaster next week, a big plot device that'll be used as part of the ship. If we get some bits, it's a minor failure. If we get a bunch of bits, it's a minor bonus. And if we get an incredible amount of bits, then the ship gets a permanent upgrade of some sort. And I got a couple of good ones coming up. Last big permanent upgrade was a speed increase. So now it takes only half the time to get between locations as it did before. Alrighty, I think that's good there. If everyone else is good, we're going to go ahead and get our intro done, and we'll come back and get to the captain's log and get started. Be right back.
Sailing the stars in search of a harbor. Won't you join our crew? Lilac steady even when it gets heavy. Amidst the chaos, they'll see you through. Dietrich's disdain hides a gentler refrain to keep our spirits up. And where there's a fight, there's probably Piper. She's tiny, but she's tough. We'll find what's hidden inside, discover secrets big and small. And there's Flora to smile through the horror and wonder of it all. Dermot the bear looks through his vacant stare, but they will fluff you up with their hamster Peanut to help when they're stuck.
Time for the raid.
And welcome back. We see our Captain Packard, as she sits in her cabin, writing in her log, dictating to herself as she goes. Captain's log. We've fled from the battlefield victorious and are arriving back at the Ruby Sphere, home to Ubanashtu. Lantern has been drawing strange symbols on the hull and waving around his crystals and singing a wonderful song.
Welcome to Shenanigoons. We love that you subscribe. Mayhem, magic, mystery is usually the five.
And thank you for that subscription. Lantern has been drawing strange symbols on the hull and waving around his crystals. He has said that he has masked our wake in the Nexus so we can't be pursued as easily. He doesn't think it'll last, and it's not perfect, but it should slow down anyone trying to follow us. Once we arrive, Ubanashtu will trade us the map of the way home in exchange for 300 pounds of Ethereum, which, thanks to some quick thinking and acrobatics from my crew, we have to spare. I look forward to packing up my trunk and putting this whole adventure behind us. On a separate note, it seems the crew have unofficially appointed a new first mate. Lilac is very well organized and would make a fine commander. But could they hold up under pressure? Could they knowingly send someone to their death? I think it's time we sat down to have a chat.
Oh gosh.
Oh boy.
Oh goodness.
Right off the bat.
Right off the bat. Beautiful.
All right, wheel spins.
I came back promptly.
security,
I don't get punished for that. Or am I getting
for me?
punished for
Piper? Is that what I saw?
Yeah,
All right.
Carrie and Piper.
So let's
Good
do.
for our first mate? So whatever.
all right,
Maybe
so
that's
we'll do
why.
Carrie first.
Okay.
Welcome to
I haven't had one in so long.
Love that you've subscribed.
Curie's getting whose line?
Shenanigans.
Damn it.
So Curie is going to get. I'll tell you after this.
Is usually the vibe. Strapping for shenanigans.
To do the secret ending one.
Wow, I didn't even realize this was partly see-through. And Piper is getting Unchained Melody. Oh, which we've not had yet.
Oh,
So
no.
we will.
I don't know what that is.
I know. Alrighty, so I'm going to send 3.
Welcome to Shenanigans. We love that you
trade.
subscribed. Here at Shenanigans, no one was bribed.
Train!
Mayhem, magic, mystery. That's usually the vibe. Oh, thank you, you're awesome. 'Cause you subscribed.
So Angela, remember not to look at these until you are about to read them out. The first time you read them should be when you read them in character, as you are going to be given 3 lines that have been written by the rest of our crew that Curie is going to have to work into character somehow.
So I have to decide when I want to use the line.
You have to set
then
it up
put
and
the
say,
line.
like my old pappy used to say, and then you
Okay.
have to introduce the line, and everybody has to roll with it, and you have to work out how and why it fits in to the game. So that is whose line. So I'm going to send you three of these. You have to use them one at a time. Do not look at them until you are ready to use each one in turn. Hopefully this works. Yes, it did. Okay, good. And I'm going to send you the next one. And then the last one. I hope we didn't use some of these. I didn't know that this was going to come up again so quickly. So there we go. All right. So those are them. And then let's see. Unchained Melody. If I remember correctly.
I gotta know what I gotta
you don't have to do anything. Congratulations.
I do.
Oh
Yay!
my gosh, Lily, thank you.
Thank you so much, Lily.
And that starts our hype train. So every
Oh, our hype
donation
train's
adds
been
into the
going.
hype train at this point. It's a limited time donation thing, and for every level of the hype train we beat, the crew gets a reroll. So we are at level. Well, we're
Level
already
2.
level 2 already. So we're beating level 2. Okay, let's keep going. Whoa.
Here at Shenanigans, no one was bribed. Mayhem, magic, mystery. That's usually the vibe. Oh,
Don't
thank
have to
you,
do anything
you're
for Unchained Melody?
awesome.
Nope, not you. Not yet.
That scares me.
That's terrifying.
That
in
is
fact.
super terrifying.
You know what's terrifying? Having 4 unread messages in your DMs and not being able to read them yet.
That would bother me. I get notification anxiety. I'm like, I need to know.
Logan spoilers them, right? So you should be able to
Yeah, they're
win.
spoiler tagged.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
so you just click on the one you need. You can choose any order.
That makes me feel better. I can remove
Yeah.
the 4 unread from my thing.
Yeah. No, you can look at
My
them.
brain,
You just-
my brain feels better now. Thank you.
Thank you all for all the donations and things. I'm going to turn alerts after this one. I'm going to turn alerts
Welcome
down so we can
to Shenanigans.
get back to the game.
We love that you subscribed.
I shall wait till the hype
You've
train
tuned
is
in
over.
to Shenanigans.
Thank you guys so much for the
and
donation.
No one here was bribed.
I'll wait till this is.
Mayhem, magic,
I love this one.
mystery is usually the vibe. So strap in for Shenanigans. You're awesome. You subscribe.
Thank you guys for the donations. All the donations go to basically pay the bills at Nerdsmith. It pays for all of the stuff that we do, all the benefits that we give to our creators, the advertising, all of that. So thank you guys very, very much. Although we don't do a lot of advertising, so sharing with people also is a great way to support us, especially if you can't donate. So we really appreciate that. Over 9,000.
This is a good
We've
reminder for me to work on
almost
making
an
more
album.
songs.
What's that?
This is a good reminder for me to work on making more songs.
is usually
Somebody sub the bot.
Oh.
And some more bits. Thank you guys again very, very much. We're
I had to wait for the song to end, but thank you, Heather. Heather Lily.
Well, thank you, Heather. Always
Alrighty.
happy to have you.
I'll rock.
So thank you guys again. We are at level 4 for the hype train. Or so
We're almost out of that minor
getting through
failure.
level 4 here. So thank you guys once again for that. So that's 3 rerolls we've gotten to the crew already.
That brings us up to 13 for today. Just letting you guys know there are plenty to use.
So would you guys rather deal with the
Oh my
elephant?
gosh.
Thank you, Wolf.
Thank you, Wolf.
Wolf, thank you so much. That's
Oh
incredible.
my gosh,
thank you.
thank you.
So,
Don't ever apologize for giving us more songs.
That's okay. We can turn it down a little bit here. Hopefully it won't be we can go ahead and push on afterwards. So do you guys want to deal with the elephant in the room, or do you want to deal with the other elephant in the room? First. Why is that one still on? I evidently missed that one.
I not to do anything.
You know,
I
of
know
all the
it's-
things that we
I've
could
got-
leave up, there could be worse.
I'm in jazz hands. Yeah, I guess that's not horrible. That's all right. Jazz hands is fine.
What were our options?
All right. So
Elephant in the room, an elephant in the room.
Let me do. Hold on.
There's always an elephant in the
I
room.
need to turn that down to us as well.
I love seeing Dermot.
Well, that's one. So we can deal with Dermot, or we can deal with Lilac. Which one would you guys like to deal with first?
I assume Red seems to want to deal with Dermot.
Ren is
so I'm
saying
fine with
Dermot.
that.
So,
Yeah, that's fine.
Flora, you are walking down the corridors of the ship, and you hear Lantern talking, sort of pontificating about kind of describing the arcane nature of what he's done and how he understands the nexus to be governed, and the new spells he's trying, specifically the one he is currently trying to develop to hide the wake in the ship. And he is going on and on and on. You kind of just hear him as you're kind of walking through. As you get to the common area, the kind of mess hall, there you see him talking to Dermot. And Dermot is currently in that state that you have seen numerous times, where he sort of shuts down for a while, and he is no longer there. Unfortunately, prompting you to need to carry him around quite a lot. But he's in that state, and Lantern doesn't seem to have noticed.
So,
Comatose detox.
Flora doesn't actually say anything, because she doesn't want him to start talking to her about it.
All right.
So she just makes mental note and like keeps an eye on them to make sure that if there is like some big misunderstanding, she can go over and smooth it through. Because she knows Dermot would be sad if someone got offended by him not answering them. But she ignores it and goes and gets her food.
I would love to see Flora just walk in and like stare at Lantern and just pick up Dermot and walk away. So Lantern quite a few times asks for qualifying, like, oh, am I right? Oh, do you know what I mean? That type of thing, saying things like that to kind of elicit responses, but doesn't seem to wait for any sort of response, and just kind of continues on. He talks for another solid minute before he stops, and then seems to be waiting on Dermot to make an answer. And he just sits there and just wait and look at Dermot.
Okay, at that point, Lantern, I'm sorry, you were on a roll, so I didn't really want to interrupt you. Dermot's actually not there at the moment.
When is
He gets these periods of, it's kind of like hibernation when he gets a little tired, and so he just kind of takes a nap for a bit. So he didn't hear anything you just said. Sorry.
Oh. Well, I mean, he asked me, and then hibernated.
He doesn't have any control over it. It happens sometimes.
Oh.
It
Well,
happened
if he can't control
once.
it, then I will not hold it against him.
Yeah, he didn't do it on purpose. He'd never do it on purpose to actually like cut somebody off or anything. He has no control over it. Just
I
one
thought
minute
he was just
he's fine,
enthralled
and
with what I was talking about.
he probably would have been. He loves learning about new things. He just not. I mean, you could keep talking to him, but he's not going to be able to answer you.
No, that's fine. Now at least I understand, and it's something that I'll watch for. And he kind of leans in and like looks like really close at his face and Dermot's eyes, and kind of waves his hand in front of him. Oh, he's really just sort of out of it, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. It's almost like he becomes just your average teddy bear for a little while. Except very big and kind of heavy.
Not your average.
He does come back after a bit. It's kind of like, it's almost like when he uses too much energy, he needs a bit of a rest. So like he hibernates for a little while and then comes back. He calls it going inanimate.
I understand the concept of hibernation.
All right. Sorry,
Like
I know
sort of
magic's your thing.
Sort
so
of a
I
mental
wasn't
hibernation.
Sure. Yes.
Sort of wish I had that ability.
It'd be nice sometimes.
So what do you do with him in this state?
Carry him around until he wakes up. He doesn't like waking up alone.
You don't just put him in his room and just leave him there?
No, because then he'd wake up by himself, and he doesn't like that.
Who does? Yes.
I mean, some people do.
Well, I'm just saying, given the choice, I think most people would rather wake up with someone. I'm not saying everyone.
I mean,
just saying.
I guess Dermot's pretty comfortable to sleep with, so that's true.
I'm going to go now.
Okay. It was nice talking to you.
This was very informational. Informative. One of those words.
Glad to be of help. Talk to you later.
And he'll go ahead and turn and leave.
Oy, not someone I want to wake up next to. Oh my god, the salt level. She understood. She just wasn't going to go there.
Thank you all for the donations. I heard it's still going off and crazy. We're already at an upgrade for next week's ship. Totally crazy. Thank you guys very, very much. All right. Lilac, would you mind changing your name in Zoom, please? Because I keep wanting to call you Ren. It's okay. Lilac. Perfect. You hear kind of hollering down the corridor in whatever part of the ship that you are in. Mo. Lilac! Lilac! Calling all lilacs.
Yes.
Are you the only one?
Do I recognize the voice?
Mo? Yeah,
Do I recognize the voice?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Oh, lilac. And it kind of pokes his bulbous round head into the door frame. Is your door open? Or where are you in the ship? Are you in your room or what?
Yeah, I'll say that I'm in my room.
Okay.
Alone and the door is shut.
Door shut? Okay, so you hear just from the other side of the door now, Lilac, Lilac?
Yes.
Are you in there?
Yes.
The door's shut.
Do you not? All right, sure. And Lilac will get up and open the door and look a little confused.
So he looks up at Lilac.
Doors.
Well, it kind of feels like it'd be kind of rude to just open someone's door. You didn't say come in or anything.
Oh.
Anyway,
That makes
the
sense.
captain wants to talk to you.
Why?
I think because everyone's calling you first mate.
That's a joke.
I don't think it's a joke.
I think it's a joke.
Oh. I don't think you're going to find this meeting very funny then.
All right then. Lilac will sort of deep breath, stand up tall, head to the captain.
All right. So you head up to the captain's quarters, which is not much different than everyone else's quarters. The captain's quarters isn't a lot fancier. It's slightly bigger. It's got a little bit larger of a desk area because there's a lot of books kind of laying near there and some equipment, but it's only about maybe 30 or 40% bigger than the rest of the cabins. And the door is open as you approach, and the captain is sitting writing in a book.
Lilac will very gingerly, with just a one knuckle, knock on the side of the doorway.
Okay. Without looking up, you hear the captain. Lilac, is that you?
Yes.
Please, come in.
And Lilac will take just one ginger step across the threshold.
Okay. Again, without even looking up, a little further.
Deep breath, sigh. 3 more steps.
Make yourself at home. And she kind of motions to a chair.
And Lilac will sit down in the chair and sit. It's very small.
It takes a moment, but Captain Packard finishes writing and closes the book, sets the quill down, and turns to the whole chair, just kind of creaking, turns to look at Lilac and smiles a little bit. So, tell me, how are you doing, Lilac?
I am doing very well in my current position of no power on this ship at all whatsoever. Just to make that clear.
All right, who snitched?
I just want to be clear again that it was a joke that I think Curie and everyone else was making.
Literally everyone on the ship at this point.
I think that I am
Curie has a lot of influence. She's
being teased.
Very charismatic.
And I assure you that I would never presume to
I don't
whatever
think
you're thinking is probably not right. I mean, not that you can't think right. You can, obviously, and it's your ship. So, but I didn't. If you're thinking something about me and it's bad, then it's not right.
I don't
yes.
think anything bad of you, Lilac. All I see is someone who is constantly carrying a clipboard and always prepared for nearly any circumstance.
I did leave the clipboard in my room.
Nearly any circumstance.
Well,
while it may have started as a joke, I think that some of the crew, maybe most of the crew, do look up to you at this point. I think they
Lilac will kind of quizzically brow look
metaphorically. They metaphorically look up to you. I think that you are a solid point of comfort to them. You're consistent.
comfort and me has never been that's never been a personality trait that has ever been ascribed to me.
I didn't say that you were comforting. I said they find comfort in you.
Comfort in your consistency.
Oh. Well. Things have been very unsteady. No, they've been very steady because you're an excellent leader. That's not what I meant.
You didn't mean that I was an excellent leader. I got it.
No. Can I go?
No. It's a big grin.
Poor Lilac.
You always seem to be taking charge, and other than one outburst that I'm aware of, I've never seen you or heard of you ever raising your voice to anyone. Why it was Niesel of all people, I don't really understand. But that's all right. That's between you and Niesel, and my understanding is it's been worked out.
If I can offer a little bit of perspective into that situation,
Please.
I believe that was when we were all sort of being haunted, and I think that I wasn't acting incredibly myself, although in my defense, he was being very rude. But that probably wasn't him. It was probably the ghosts or something. I don't really know if I definitely believe in ghosts per se. I mean, it could be sort of, an alien ghost situation. I suppose the space makes the science of preternatural things a little bit on the fuzzy side. And you're looking at me funny. Sorry.
No, I'm just listening.
Oh. Well, I forgot what I was talking about.
Niesel is a very gentle soul. I've never known him to be rude to anyone on purpose. I promise you, whatever happened, he did not mean it. Or it was not him.
Lilac gets this look, like...
In general, as first mate, your responsibilities would be towards the crew. You would handle duty assignments and equipment.
It's clear that Lilac is actually no longer listening and is like talking to themselves inside their own head. They're doing like some sort of...
Congratulations.
You're right. It might not have been him.
And,
do we know if that lantern person can shapeshift?
Nobody on board is a shapeshifter that I'm aware of. She reaches over and grabs a book and hands it to you.
Oh. What does the title of it say?
There's no title, completely blank. The edges blank, spine is blank. You open it up, every page is blank. It's your logbook. I will expect daily logs.
Of what?
First mate activities. You've just been promoted.
But I'm not even... I didn't... How can you be promoted when you technically don't even start as an employee?
Field commissions due to necessity.
Oh.
Welcome aboard.
This is one of those, not a request, but a command sort of things, isn't it?
She reaches over and grabs the book and starts to take it back. If you don't want to do this, you don't have to do it.
Who else is in the running?
I have not found. I have not found any suitable candidates. No one that I think could run the ship very well. But that's all right. Don't worry about it. And she finishes taking the book and sets it on the table.
Wow.
We'll manage.
I didn't know she could be so passive aggressive. It's fine.
There's a long pause that I'm not gonna act out because I feel like the pause is longer, that is interesting to have on stream, that there's just like staring at each other.
So and that pause is going for probably about half the time that Lilac would let it go on, and she stands up and she starts to motion for the door. Thank you for coming. I really do appreciate it.
What about a provisional, maybe trial run? I could write in pencil. In pen.
Lilac, I'm sorry. I really need somebody who would be dedicated to the position. Like I said, it's all right. I understand that you're hesitant and you didn't sign up for this. You've got other responsibilities back home. It's all right. Thank you, though. And she goes over and opens the door.
And again, there's just like another long pause, and
she just stands there waiting, watching you.
Then Lilac will incredibly awkwardly scurry out the door. And then as soon as they are out of like eye shot's not a thing, eye line, they just run back to their room.
Okay.
Aww.
Mo is still sitting there in your room.
Why are you still here?
Oh, I didn't have anywhere else to be.
How long have you been on this ship?
Since it was made.
What was the old first mate like?
Oh, he was kind of a jerk.
Did he get along well with the captain?
Oh, they got along okay. The crew didn't really like him very much because he was a real stickler for the rules. Maybe that's what made a good first mate, though. I don't know.
I'm gonna leave my room again. You can stay or not.
Oh, all right. Thank you. He doesn't move.
And Lilac will go back to the captain's office.
Good job, Mo. Good job.
All right. So you make it back to the captain's office, to the captain's room.
So, knock, knock, knock.
Come in. And as the door opens, the captain is standing by her desk holding the first mate's book.
And again, it'll be the same exact thing. Lilac will take the one step into the room.
Did you forget something?
I'll do it.
She walks over and hands the book to Lilac. Thank you.
Now, what kind of reference format do you want these logs in? Do you want bullet points or...
She reaches over and grabs the previous first mate's logbook and hands it to you.
Excellent. Thank you. I will read this right now.
And then I'll go.
Yeah, then Lilac will go not back to their room since Mo's in there. and go find some quiet corner to ingest the entirety of the old First Mate's log.
Okay, which is not very long because there wasn't a lot to this journey, but there was a little bit of the couple of small tests they've done. Talks a little bit about the getting the ship prepped early on because there was weeks of preparations. So you have like lists of checklists, what equipment is supposed to be where, what supplies are necessary to run the ship, some of the lists of arcane materials that you need, and basically you have an entire catalog of everything the ship should have on it on a day-to-day basis and how almost every one of the main primary systems should be run and maintained.
Okay, so after a little bit of time, anybody that walks by Lilac in this corner of a hallway or whatever, there are books and pages and different colors of ink, and they have made like color-coded tabs in things, and there's just a lot going on organization-wise right now.
Very cool. All right. So that handles that. That handles Dermot. Now we can continue on with the rest of the game. So you are approaching...
There was a pop the peanut.
I did catch that. Give me a second.
Okay.
So you're approaching the Ruby Sphere. And Dietrich, what are you doing right now?
Giving Peanut little kisses on his mouth.
You're just the cutest little guy, aren't you? You're just the best. You're just the best, aren't you? Yeah, you are. You are. You're our friend, aren't you? Yeah, you are. It's all right. You know, if you can talk, you can. You know, you and I, we've got. You know, it's just the two of us right here. You know, it's fine. You know, I can. It might be. You know, you might not. Wait, you're supposed to learn from your mum. Oh no, this is I'm terrible. You know what? I'm not of course. All right, this is fine. This is fine. You know, you don't have to turn away from me. You can look at me when we're talking. It's it's not doesn't have to be like that. It's, come on, give me a little, little, no, all right.
So what are you doing exactly?
Talking to Peanut.
That's it? Where?
Probably in my room.
Okay. All right. So you are talking to Peanut in your room when Mo comes down. He's walking through the corridors. Everyone, the captain would like everyone to go out on deck. She's got an announcement to make. Please, everyone, please go out on deck. Everyone, that means you. Everyone, please go up onto deck as the captain has some announcements to make. Everyone, please, everyone, and he stops outside of Dietrich's door. Everyone in this room, please go up onto the deck.
I'll make my way up there now. Thank you.
Okay. Everybody, and as Mo turns to walk away, Peanut starts to have a sneezing fit. So please give me percentile. Kyle. Percentile.
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 Nice.
How about an even 30?
Even 30 as opposed to an oddball 30.
They're all oddballs. Kind of the nature of the gag.
So after Peanut has his little sneezing fit, he makes this very weird kind of strange horfing sound, and out clanging onto the ground is a dagger, a rusty dagger.
You're right. Good. All right. Well, you know what that is? No? All right. Dietrich will use like the corner of his jacket to kind of pick up the dagger and like give it a good look. Are there any like distinguishing markings on it, or
It's
is it
covered
just
in rust. It's hard to tell.
all right? Have to revisit that later. So he will shove the rusty dagger into his boot, and then will make his way up to the deck.
Okay. All right. All right. So everybody starts to make their way up onto the deck. And just 1 second here.
Lilac, the announcement was unfortunately caught Lilac in the middle of consolidating all these notes and ideas and things, and so when Lilac gets summoned, there's just ink splatters, and they look like a mess.
Delightful.
Okay, 1 second.
Sorry, we have a couple technical difficulties we are trying to sort out real quick. Apologies, everybody. Peanut, how did you just... okay, all right. All right. You sneeze on Dietrich and you just reappear over here. I see how it is.
I imagine that the sound of him bamfing from place to place sounds less like a bamf and more like the gummy bears from the Disney cartoon.
Gummy bears bouncing here and there and everywhere. We can't do that. That's copyright material.
That was a good sample for free use. Or fair use.
There's your jazz hands, Bigby.
Show me those hands. Show me those jazz hands. Just any
It is
luck?
permanently jazz hands right now.
I have not found them, but I'm continuing to
no
look.
worries.
I apologize.
Okay, so as the everyone starts to gather up on the top of the ship, the captain is standing on a crate and has asked Lilac to stand nearby, actually on a barrel next to them, and kind of just waits for everyone to finish gathering. Is anybody going to be running late to get there?
Laura might
Fashion.
be. She's taking Dermot with her.
Okay, so Flora's carrying Dermot around.
We sauntered in. Not too early.
After they arrive, the captain kind of just does a quick head count, nods. I know you're all very busy. I will keep this very short and sweet. As all of you have already made this decision, I'm glad we can finally make it official. Lilac is your newest first mate. And everyone kind of claps and cheers. So
Curing very slowly, grinning at Lilac.
they are now endowed with my authority, and any slight against Lilac is a slight against me and the ship.
Yeah.
So listen to what they say and follow their orders.
Yes, ma'am.
Aye, Captain.
Dismissed. And everyone comes over and starts congratulating Lilac for the most part.
They're so uncomfortable with that. But they'll do it. Is Darcy there?
Darcy is there as soon as it's announced. Darcy actually had no clue this was coming, and Darcy kind of looks a little surprised and smiles a real big grin, but kind of holds back and doesn't rush you like a lot of the other people are.
He gets it.
Will do their best to be gracious, I guess.
It goes fairly quickly. There's not a lot of crew. We still haven't determined the exact number just in case I need some extra hands. But it goes fairly quickly. The only people left kind of in the vicinity will be any of your friends that stay there and Darcy.
Well, like I said, you'd make a great advisor.
And just a reminder, if there are suggestions and comments, I will be putting a suggestion box into the hallway so that we can deal with them in an orderly fashion.
You hear kind of from behind you, oh, that's great. I have lots of suggestions. And you turn and you see the lantern kind of standing behind you, leaning against the wall.
Indeed. Well, we're going to need to have a meeting, I think. Not right now, but when I'm ready. To discuss what your role on this ship is, just to clarify things for me, and maybe demurkify the... Right. Yes.
Nice.
Aye.
Right. And Lilac will just turn away because Lantern freaks them out.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. What is your first suggestion? My curiosity is piqued.
Oh, are you speaking to me?
Yes.
Silk sheets.
I don't disagree with that one.
I wouldn't be
But where
opposed.
exactly are we supposed to find silk out here? Ugh. She's like hauling Dermot on her back.
I'm more of an idea person, not so much with the execution.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Lilac's hands on their hammer, just like. Well, I'm sure your suggestions are very nuanced and well-informed, and Lilac will very much look forward to
Suggestion
perusing
2. How about we stop killing people?
I don't believe I've killed anybody.
Okay.
does not respond.
Keep
Laura.
telling yourself that.
I released some people to the afterlife who were stuck in the horror of being undead forever. I don't count that as killing. I count that as merciful release.
I mean, so did they actually.
Sure.
Great
Checking on
suggestions,
moral
Lantern.
grounds.
Maybe go somewhere
Well-
and think of more.
No, I just am tired of creating enemies that are going to come and kill us all. That's all.
Lilac, who has not left hearing distance of this, is going to turn around after. If this was like a movie or something, there would have been like a little pan to Lilac's fists that are just kind of like clenching, and they turn back. Well, as I said, there will be a suggestion box, and I will say right now that these 4, 5 people here right beside me are now officially the First Mates Advisory Council, and we will be discussing these suggestions in private. And thank you for your contributions.
Especially this is a terrible idea for me to be on anybody's sort of advisory anything.
Let's just go with it. And I think we should talk now in private. Just us, the council.
It's a small ship. News travels fast. It's fine. And he turns and walks away.
Well, Alex's just gonna look at the rest of you with like fear in their eyes. Can we go somewhere private? Please.
Sure.
Sounds good.
You're the boss.
Not helping.
It's Piper. When does she ever help?
Curie sidles up to Lilac while we all walk. I know that this might be a bit of a shock to your system in terms of a sudden burst of responsibility, but I have seen far less capable people take on far more responsibility than this, and I just want you to know that it's very important to keep a few things in mind, things that I've been told when I've taken on far too much responsibility. And a very dear friend of mine when I was younger,
oh no,
once intoned to me that when I felt like I was going to be overwhelmed by too much responsibility, he said, "Wait until Big Dickus hears of this."
Who was that?
Little Dickus.
What was he?
Club owner.
Very
Club owner. Thank you.
Delightful.
They were
Thank you.
partners, and when you got on one blacklist, you got on both blacklists, and it was just a bad time.
The blacklist of Big Dickus or Little Dickus? I haven't
Both.
quite figured.
It was
The
a big
moral of the
blacklist.
story, dear, is keep your head down and do your job, and you should be right as rain.
Big Black Dickus lists? Is that... Am I saying that wrong? I'm very confused.
I'm not sure. I do think I might have helped one of their wives with the garden, but I don't know which one. She just called herself Mrs. Dickus, so I don't actually know which one it went with.
For her sake, I hope...
In
Big
continent,
Dickus?
yeah. I've met him.
Welcome to the Stream Raiders.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm sure you do splendidly, Lilac. I have an intuition for these sort of things, and I think you'll be quite capable.
I think so too.
Are we in private now?
Yes, you guys are in private. You found a quiet area of the ship to meet in, and are alone.
I'm sure we had the Big Dickus conversation in public,
Oh, yeah.
though, on the way there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The door shuts behind us, and then Lilac is just gonna wheel on all of you. You all know that I'm not cut out for this, right? You've interacted with me. This is, but
Have an eye for detail and an untapped potential for organization of people. I think you're selling yourself too short, and you should grasp opportunity when it comes goes by.
well, that was my next point. Sort of. In that, yes, this is, but everyone else on this ship also has stuff, and I mean, at least it wasn't Lantern, but, if we want to get home, then, since I know that we all do want to get home, that should be the agenda that we're working towards. and this way, if one of us is in charge, but not in charge, you know, it's a formality, I think. Then we can all work together on our goals and make them happen. Which is getting home.
Yeah, home.
I accept your appointment.
I think that sounds good. And I'm very happy to have you in the role. I agree. I'm not sure how I feel about Lantern exactly. He also doesn't appear to be very observant all the time. I mean, he was talking to Dermot for a really long time before he realized he wasn't talking back.
Oh, well, there's often a very strong parallel between oblivious and self-involvement, and he definitely scores quite high on the second one.
I mean, I don't know. He did give me the holy symbol that he found for Zorus. I mean, that was kind of him and definitely wasn't a self-absorbed action.
Didn't do it in a dick way.
Little.
I am not a very good judge of what is and isn't dickish, considering my very own personality traits.
You have heard the phrase "takes one to know one," haven't you?
Yes.
I don't think he's necessarily a bad person, but there's definitely something strange about him, and I don't really trust him. Like, as far as I can throw him, and we all know I can't throw anyone very far, so that's...
You're holding Dermot quite successfully.
Would you trust him as far as I can throw
animal,
him?
Though. I'm going to put him down, though, actually. He's getting kind of heavy. She plops him down, and he just flops sideways.
I for one...
Oh, I'm really sorry. I forgot you guys haven't seen this yet. He's hibernating, sort of. Every once in a while, if he uses too much energy, he sort of goes to sleep for a little bit, and he goes inanimate, he calls it. Or I like to say he's hibernating because it sounds a little better. But he goes to sleep for a little while, and then when he's rested, he wakes back up again.
Yuri wanders over to Dermot, crouches down, and just like studies him, like his eyes for like any sign of life.
Yeah, it's really unpredictable. Apparently, he asked Lantern a question and then went into hibernation mode. He doesn't really have any way to control it exactly.
Well, I'm not surprised by that. He asked Lantern a question.
I mean, he was talking for a long time. I didn't interrupt him because he was on a roll, and to be honest, I didn't want him to start talking to me. So I went and got food instead. But, yeah. It's a bit strange, I guess. I carry him around when it happens, though. He doesn't like waking up by himself. It reminds him too much of when he was found, I think, when I found him. He doesn't like waking up in rooms by himself when he doesn't know what's going on, so I carry him around instead. He's not too heavy.
Piper, as this is all kind of going on, you move and kind of sit down and look across the room, and you see kind of sticking through the walls, the bulkheads here in the of the ship, a kind of strange, ghostly face. This face is looks like to be some sort of maybe elvish man, long, tattered, dirty hair, kind of gaunt, thin, and tattered clothes. As he kind of like sticks his head through the through the wall of the outside of the ship, kind of just made ethereal and ephemeral. And
I think I just figured out what Untuned Melody is.
It kind of looks around. What do you do?
Given Piper's association with Zorus and being a god of death, she just kind of looks at it. Hello? Can you hear me?
So everyone kind of hears Piper start to talk and looks over, and you don't see anything. There's no. That looks like they're talking to a wall. Piper, you as you do, the person looks startled, and then looks really excited.
Okay, well, you can understand me, it looks like.
So he kind of floats the rest of his way into the room. I was wondering if anybody else was going to comment on the scene at this point.
Yeah.
Piper? Who are you talking to?
Oh my god. Sorry, I just saw what popped up in chat. There's a fucking hell.
Oh no.
Sylve, holy shit, that's amazing. There's a person here. I think he's a ghost. I'm pretty sure he's incorporeal. I'm just trying to figure out where he's coming from
He's
and
also
going.
quite invisible.
Oh well, that's quite strange. Friend, can you make yourself seen by them?
Oh man, can you see me?
Yes, I can. I
And
can see
and
you.
you can hear me. Oh man, that's far out. That's really cool. I've like been floating around this ship for a long time, man.
Ow. How long is
I really don't know. I have really no concept of time.
Wow.
I mean, time really is just an illusion.
I suppose. What's your name?
I can't even remember. It's been that long.
Oh wow, that's I'm so sorry. Do you need respite? What can I do for you?
Man, I do. I really could use some help.
What do you need help with?
Well, like right before I died, I heard this really catchy song, and it got stuck in my head really bad. I just need to hear something different to kind of get it out of my head.
You need to hear a song?
Yeah, I just need you to sing me a song, please.
We're one for two bards, dear, if you need a song. Curie smirks over it.
Can you hear them at all?
Who? He kind of looks around and he seems very confused.
Oh, you can't hear anybody else or see anybody else in the room with me?
No, we're alone. Are you seeing things?
No, I'm not. It's all right. A song, you said. You know, I'm really not the greatest at this. You should ask my friend Dietrich. He's the singer. But okay.
Well, if you'd
let me
like to
see.
go get him, I mean, as long as I can see and hear him, that'd be great.
Well, apparently you cannot see or hear him. Gosh dang it. Okay. A song. Crap.
Getting a sense of what's about to happen, Curie just kind of spins around on the floor and like tucks her legs and just
I don't want to hear a thing. Piper looks at all of you like, no one speaks of this. Ever.
I'm just deciding if this is some very strange magical coincidence or if you're just losing your mind. I haven't decided yet.
I lost my mind the second I asked. Never mind. Of course, every single song I know had like left my brain in the moment. Okay, let me try. I'm trying to think of something to sing.
Maybe it's the ghost's birthday.
Sally Garden, Roll Me Over.
All right, thanks.
Pick something
down
from Charlie
by the Sally Gardens, my love and I did stand.
Damn, that's the song I heard right before I died.
Damn it!
That's not helpful at all, man.
Because you need a different song?
I need a different song.
Okay. Dang, you are a really picky ghost.
What about something body?
Something body?
Yeah, like ribald.
Lassie Young Smith, Roll Me Over.
Heather, they've
Scotsman.
all left. There we go. A Scotsman clad in kilt left to bar one evening fair, and you could tell by the way
Oh
he
man,
walked
that
he
was
drunk
part of
more
that
than
song
his fare.
too. It was a
Oh
mashup.
God. I hate you so much right now.
I figured out who Big Dickus is.
Yeah. Summertime and the living is easy.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Fish are jumping and the cotton is high.
Oh, that's perfect. Keep going.
Oh,
Yeah.
your daddy's rich and your mama's good looking.
My mama
So
was good
hush,
looking.
little baby, don't you cry.
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you. He starts to fade out of existence right before your eyes.
That was the weirdest thing that has ever happened to me in my entire life.
I could say
Best
that
thing that has ever
it could,
happened to us.
it could stand to happen a few more times. If I
No,
have to say so.
no,
Why?
that didn't happen.
It sounded really nice.
Thank you, but
Dermot becomes sentient again. You could have a 3-part harmony going.
Dermot doesn't really sing a whole lot, though. He mostly just plays his drum and recites poetry, some of which is kind of creepy sometimes, but it's pretty still.
I don't know. I think his poetry's beautiful.
You would. No, it's absolutely distressing. It's perfect.
right. So
sorry.
that was delightful. Not okay.
There you go. Golf class.
That was a bit strange, but at least the ghost has passed on then?
I hope so. I don't see them anymore, so they must be gone. They couldn't see or hear you guys either.
Interesting.
Very strange.
I think I need to deal with ship ghost problem into the suggestion box.
We'll just put it down
Yes.
as one of the bullet points in your log.
Ghosts in the ship are definitely a problem.
I mean, honestly, with as many people as passed away when we left port, I mean, it's not impossible that there's a few that stuck around.
Surprised there haven't been more.
Oh, Piper, I'd love to make a song request. Do you know the one that has the lyric, what's the word? The answer is written on my butt cheeks. Do you know that one?
You know, I don't.
Oh, it's such a shame. It's, as Dietrich said, quite a bawdy one.
Yeah.
I thought you would never bring that up again.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear.
Is the answer on your butt cheeks, Dietrich?
He never has disclosed every tattoo he has.
I mean, I guess technically if someone got no on one side and yes on the other, they'd always have the answer for most questions.
Angela says, do you clap them for maybe?
So what's Lilac been doing through all of this?
Having a small breakdown.
It's hard to do push to talk and have props.
And jazz hands.
And jazz hands. Lilac has been taking notes and filling out little slips of paper that they fold up and put in their pocket for the suggestion box.
Oh.
But they'll pause in the middle of these bullet points, just for posterity. Could you at some point give me a physical description of said apparition? Later, we don't have to now, but
Yeah.
probably a good idea to get a ghost log. I'll make a ghost chapter actually in my
a ghost chapter on ghosts. Perfect.
Well, I suppose we've had at least one. No, they were corporeal. I'm very concerned with the idea of needing a whole chapter for the subject.
Well, I mean, I I am the paladin of Zorus. It's only natural that sometimes those who have departed would seek me out for release on occasion. I just wasn't expecting them to do it on a ship flying through the Nexus.
Or via song.
No, definitely not via song.
Maybe we'll expand Ghost Chapter into a greater taxonomy of undead, because technically we will have had sort of 3 run-ins in that perspective.
That's true. And we don't want any ghosts in the machine. That
No.
could make things problematic.
No, we do not want any ghosts in the machine.
Right. So you feel the turbulence that you felt so many times before as you break through the crystal sphere into the ruby wild space that surrounds Ubanashtu's planet. And you have now probably mere hours before you reach the planet. Anything you guys want to do before you get there?
I want to make sure that the cylinders of I want to make sure that the cylinders of Ethereum are well padded and secured for our descent.
Sure. They are very well padded and secured. Being the most valuable thing that you have on the ship.
Next to Peanut.
True.
And us.
I find myself quite irreplaceable, thank you very much. Curie's in her room doing some inventory management, we'll call it, involving some vials and such, and busying herself with some embroidery.
Okay.
She's also trying to ignore the bust on the holographic stand because she couldn't figure out how to turn it off after she used it the first time.
Nice.
Damn magic items.
All right. So you guys have traveled and prepared. You're mere minutes away from landing down to Ubanashtu's planet. The planet covered with now what you are realizing is millions and millions of pounds of solid Ethereum. Not sure what makes it solid or if it still is valuable in this state, but it covers half of this moon. With these structures and orreries and buildings and containers and whatever else that Ubanashtu has created with this Ethereum over his lifetime or lifetimes. And you're about to land at the one and only building that exists that looks like it supports life, which you've been to before, this large kind of tower looking thing, and you land and you are getting ready to disembark.
Somebody take Peanut. I need to be able to carry one of these canisters.
I can take him.
All right.
He can ride on top of Dermot.
So
Like,
Dermot
it-
can take him.
I just now you put him in your shirt, and now like the picture is you also now carrying Dermot in your shirt with Peanut on top, and I'm like,
Oh my god.
how much
No,
room
no.
is in there?
Oh, he's having trouble staying on top of Dermot. Can someone else take him?
I've got him. And Curie sidles up behind and catches Peanut.
He's squirrely sometimes.
So Piper
Oh,
has
well, I guess he likes you, Lilac.
He must respond to authority.
Quite.
She doesn't laugh. She just smirks. But you can tell she's amused from her tail.
Piper, as you are getting ready to hoist up one of the canisters, you see this sort of ethereal, ephemeral glow from below the canisters as another face sort of appears through the floor up at you. This one,
Oh, good God!
This one is a sort of overweight, pudgy, not incredibly overweight, but just a little overweight, sort of pudgy, goblin face with this kind of long nose and big ears, wearing a backwards sort of leather cap and goggles, and that's all you can kind of see because that's kind of the face and the head there.
Uh,
Everything all right, Piper?
Goblin ghost? I think.
Can we
Hello,
see that?
friend.
Oh, hello.
Hi. She kind of looks up at him. Is he like standing now, or
No, he's still
is
on the
he-
floor looking up at you. Just
Do
his
any of the
face
rest of
coming
us
through.
see this one?
Nope.
Okay.
You would you like to come up? They can't be comfortable to lay in like that.
I really don't feel comfort anymore.
Oh, that's I'm sorry.
A buddy of mine
Um,
said that there was somebody here that could see and hear me. Is that you? I guess it must be.
Yes. I can hear you and see you. I'm Piper.
Oh, I'm Dolo.
Hi, Dolo. What? How can I help you?
It's not how you can help me, but it's how I can help you.
Oh?
hmm I'm a very helpful goblin.
Oh, all right. Okay. Fantastic. Quick question for you, Dolo. Can you see the rest of my group here, or can you only see me?
Who?
Great. Okay. You can only see me. All right. Perfect. Okay. So yes. Lilac, we have another ghost who can only see me, and I realize that this sounds like I am insane, but I promise you that I am perfectly mentally sound at the moment.
Is it asking
I-
you to say again?
I will take a note on that as soon as I have a free hand.
His
I
name
have
is
Peanut.
his name is Dolo.
Dolo.
No, Curie, he's not asking me to sing again.
Yet?
I know
Right,
you
yes,
sleep.
I can write that down.
So you are a very helpful goblin. Excellent. What is it that you do to help? Do you have a specific job that you like to do, or is there?
Oh, I
Something
tinker
that-
here and there.
Oh, well, that's actually probably very helpful. I don't think we have too many repair folk left around. A tinkerer. Great. Lilac, is there anything we need tinkered at the moment? He says he's a tinkerer. It might be
Are
helpful.
you talking to flowers?
No. I have a friend over here. Their name is Lilac. And they are the first mate of the ship, and are quite knowledgeable about what is needed. So I was deferring to their expertise.
Lilac puts their quill in their mouth and is trying to balance Peanut while shuffling papers.
No, Matthew.
Oh, Matthew!
While they're trying to shuffle these papers, I haven't really got to the chapter of the logbook on, oh dear, what, on tinkering things yet. I know that there has to be a list. Oh no, I think Peanut's doing the thing again.
Lilac, go ahead and roll percentile as Peanut starts to have a sneezing fit.
Some room.
Allergic to papers.
Allergic to organization.
78.
Hamster.
This is Shenanigoons. If we weren't chaotic, it wouldn't be the show.
It's true.
Yeah, just give the halfling that only wants order and organization, and then give them the peanut and then make it explode. That's just makes sense. We're gonna need like a magical equivalent of like anti-anxiety meds before long.
So
That's called calm emotions.
Thinking the same thing.
I'm afraid. I'm so afraid right now.
I'm really trying to decide if I'm going to do this one or not.
Oh God!
Concerns.
So many concerns now.
Trask shows
I
up.
didn't make this chart. Just I want to be clear about that. I just applied it to a hamster. So this is going to be very cartoony, not in a. I don't want anybody to think of it in a real horrible way, because everything's gonna be fine. So Peanut starts to have a little bit of a sneezing fit. He slips and falls down as he's sneezing. Not in any kind of organic way, but in sort of a comedic, sort of cartoonish way, a magical sort of way. He turns inside out, lands on the ground, pops like one of those little popper button things, back up and hits you in the face before landing back on your shoulder. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Peanut
I
just
like to imagine it's just more fur on the inside.
But it's all the opposite colors.
Yeah, inverted.
Oh my God.
Hey, Peanut!
Lord.
Are you okay, Lilac?
Can somebody else take? I've just got a lot on my hands right now, and
I don't know. Is that contagious?
I don't know. I need to lay down, I think.
Hey, dear. Hold on. Oh, God.
I can.
Okay. All right. That just happened. And Dolo. Okay. I'm sorry, Dolo. I didn't mean to ignore you for a second. We just had a hamster incident. Plus, I really am not sounding like a sane person at all. But I promise I'm not crazy. Okay.
It's all right. Third-person perspective on this one.
What problem of yours can I solve?
Well, we I need to take these 3 cartons down to the planet's surface in a few minutes. And Peanut seems to be I know. Can you tinker something that helps Dermot move under his own steam while he's hibernating so none of us have to carry Dermot, Peanut, and the containers?
What's a Dermot?
It's a stuffed teddy bear, a large teddy bear. He's a teddy bear construct. He's normally living, but he's still living. He's just hibernating at the moment and asleep, so therefore he can't move on his own, and he hates to be alone when he wakes up. So we're trying to figure out how to carry him with us with Peanut and the canisters. So if maybe you could help us design some sort of like I don't know, tinker up some sort of like mecha suits or something.
Or maybe some sort of wagon-like thing that we could carry him in. Honestly,
Yeah, if you wanted to be boring with a wagon, I mean, a mecha suit would be cool.
Well, yeah, but how's he going to do it if he can't see Dermot?
Can you see Dermot? Dermot's not sentient right now. Can it see objects?
It's true. Considering
It's
you asked
making
me what a
answer this
dermot
question
was.
damn early.
Oh, we are?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
This right here.
The big scary bear.
Piper puts. Yes. He's very nice.
You want me to make that move?
Well, normally he moves of his own accord, but like I said, he's sleeping right now.
All right, I mean, I can do it. Can you show me exactly where you wanted to go?
Well, we need to go out to that building, and she points to the I'm so afraid of what's gonna happen here. She points out towards Ubanashi's tower.
All right, you got it. That bear in that building, I got it.
All right, excellent.
Give me 5 minutes.
Great.
And Dolo disappears back into the floor.
He's gonna help us. Maybe that will send him on back to eternal rest, and then he's not a ghost face goblin popping up through the floor.
What's he gonna do to help us, though? How's he gonna get Dermot up there?
I have no idea. I just know that he's a tinkerer, and I'm sure he'll come up with something amazing, though 5 minutes is not very long.
I have
Must be a good tinkerer.
With things on the ship, are they going to be real or are they going to be ghost things?
That is an excellent question. We will find out.
In 5
It's
minutes?
science. Yes.
I mean,
Scientific
honestly,
experiment.
I can carry Dermot. I can't carry one of the canisters anyway. I'm not strong enough. But Dermot only weighs, well, I mean, he weighs more than your average stuffed animal this size, but he doesn't weigh that much more. I can carry him.
I'll supervise.
I can carry 2 of the canisters.
Don't look at me. I can't carry any of them.
You
Trick
are
and I will
like 3
supervise.
times taller than I am, and you can't carry one of those things?
I skipped arm day.
You could probably carry Dermot.
You
True.
have to lift with your legs anyway.
I was gonna say, you lift with your knees, not your arms. Did you skip leg day too?
Skipped all the days.
Yeah.
There's a
You
leg
skipped
day.
all the days. Okay, got it.
No.
Got it. You skipped all the days. Dietrich, do you want to work out, buddy?
I'll let you know in 5 minutes.
All right.
So a couple minutes later, Dolo reappears in the floor, coming all the way up, and you see its full regalia with all of the tools and this large bag, sort of sack thing he's got over his shoulder, but it's kind of strapped on like a single strap backpack. But there's like lumber and pipes and stuff just kind of coming out of this large sack on his back, like some sort of handyman Santa. And he goes, okay, it's all done. Just put him up against the door there.
Up against the door?
Yeah, just put him up against the door.
Okay, Flora, I'm gonna move Dermot up against the door, and then Dolo is gonna do his thing.
Well, you're gonna do the thing.
Or then I'll do the thing for Dolo.
Here's the magic dust, and he hands you a bucket.
The magic dust?
Yep, just pour that on Dermot.
What does the magic dust do?
So as you are handed this bucket and you take it, it becomes real.
That's very cool. See,
So
I'm
you
not
all
crazy.
see now.
It exists.
I don't think any of us thought you
Who are
were
you talking to?
crazy.
Speak for yourself, Flora.
I didn't think you were crazy.
Go ahead.
Okay, so she brings the bucket of dust over to Dermot. What's it gonna do?
Get everywhere.
So she starts to sprinkle. She picks up a little bit of the dust and she starts
There's
to
nothing in the
sprinkle.
bucket.
It's a hard
Um,
situation. You gotta believe, Piper.
You have given that to the wrong character if that's the
Really?
case. You're doing it, Piper.
There you are, Piper.
She just she shrugs and she just upends the bucket.
Perfect. As you do, gallons of grease pour all over Dermot. The door, which had not been latched, starts to slowly pull open as Dermot falls out the door onto a 300-foot slide that has been put outside, made of wood planks. And Dermot starts to slide rapid speed down, greasing this entire slide, slamming into Ubanashtu's door, busting it open, and is now inside.
Oh my god!
Was this just Dermot, or was this Dermot
Dermot.
and the... Okay.
Oh, it worked perfectly. Ta-da!
Oh my god.
Not sure that's a smart thing to put the Ethereum on, you know. I don't know much about...
I'll carry the low light.
I do know that heavy things are a bad thing to go fast.
Oh no, grease is flammable. Flora goes running off.
Running, or do you jump on the slide?
Oh, she probably would jump on the slide because it's faster.
All right.
Oh,
It's a lot faster.
Grease slide.
Down at the bottom of that slide, Flora, which you are there very quickly, please give me a dexterity save.
Can I use my Fey teleportation ability instead
Yes.
before I hit the ground? Okay,
Yep.
she does that.
So right before the end of the slide, you just kind of teleport in right next to Dermot. You are inside Ubanashu's place again on the ground floor. There doesn't seem to be anybody here that you can see. You know that, of course, he's way up at the top, though. It's dead. While
Thank
Flora
you, Dodo.
did go down this slide, it was dangerously fast.
Thank you, Dolo.
Oh, you're
That was
welcome.
very helpful. I appreciate it.
The fur of Curie's mane is visibly, like, pricked up. Like, she's not comfortable with whatever that is. I'm not going on that.
Well, you don't have to. It was designed for Dermot. You do not have to go down it at all.
Lovely.
I'm just gonna thank you, Dolo, for your help. I'm gonna she picks up the 2 canisters, like, and I appreciate it. Thanks.
You want help with those?
No thanks, I got it. I appreciate it though.
Okay.
I'll keep you in mind if we need anything else.
Oh, that sounds really great. Thank you.
Dolo,
Yes.
No.
there is a passenger aboard the ship who has some extremely
only passenger
specific
aboard this ship.
needs. She's a cucumber. You saw the bear. You might be able to see the goddamn pickle. I mean, excuse me. Sorry, the zucchini. Anyway, she's
Terrible.
in this room. Maybe you'll be able to talk to her. Just,
Well, that's
That's the first one in a very long
was
time.
a very
I will
long time.
just put that out. I am so sorry about that.
All right, we're gonna need to readjust here. That
We're gonna
means
have a
Heather's
mo-
gonna have to run across the house.
This is what we get for invoking an NPC whose job is a tech gremlin goblin.
True. He did this.
Wait,
Delightful.
you don't mean Princess Courgette Zuccanini, do you?
I absolutely do need.
Oh, she
need
is a
princess.
delight.
Oh,
I,
that's awesome. I'm so glad.
are we back in order?
Yes. No. Nope.
No.
No.
We're not. I don't know how I feel like being Lilac. Okay, try again.
That's what you get. You put her into here. You put them into a position of power, and now you have to be Lilac.
That's true. Okay, Kyle, go away.
Rude.
Zoom.
Then
If
how
only
about
you would
for
just
sec-
keep people in the order that we want
Kyle.
them
What
Then
just
Ren.
happened?
You
We
gotta
weren't
go
in the
quick.
right
to.
order.
Yeah, you
had
reset
to go
before
out
everyone
and
else
come
had gotten in order.
So now you have to reset Dermot
You have to
again.
reset Dermot
Yeah,
again.
Mike has to go out and go back in.
That's right, because Anne second to last one. Oh darn
Yeah.
it. Okay, I'll be back.
I'm sorry.
Tech goblin at work.
It
So
is-
good about it. I
is
just wasn't
musical
being
character
careful.
chairs.
This is what happens when you haven't been on push to talk for a week, and and there's
Oh,
now
Lord.
a tech goblin canonically in the
Did you
show.
say a tech omelet?
Goblin, and it's definitely not a thing.
So you've spoken with Princess
There we go.
Corvette.
We're good.
Little green Corvette. Sorry.
Perhaps she needs something tinkered.
Oh, I only know her from when I was alive.
Oh yeah, she's here. So
How's my hair?
Oh my god.
it's excellent. Your hair is on point.
Excellent. And he floats off.
Did I just get the pickle a date? Because that was not my intention.
It rains, it pours, right, dear? Shall we continue?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that mess. We'll get it cleaned up.
Okay.
Piper just manhandles two of the canisters, which I think are taller than she is, actually.
Not quite, but they're not that tall. They're
Okay.
2 feet or something, I think.
I'm exactly 2 feet tall.
Well, so yeah, they're just as tall as you are.
Curie just walks in front of Piper in a supervisory position.
Mhm.
Look down, look down.
Lilac, you got the other ones okay?
Are you taking all 4?
Well, the other one, sorry, is what I meant.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Oh no, did we lose Lilac?
All together?
I don't know what happened. My video disappeared, but I'm still here, I think.
If you were
It was
in
Dona.
Zoom,
It was
did you
Dolo.
press the
It was
space bar?
okay. You're back.
In Zoom, if you press the space bar, it can turn your camera off.
It's okay, it's what I did.
Okay.
Totally.
Contagious. When I do it, everyone then does it.
It is
Because-
it is
because you
okay.
can't- and in Zoom, the push to talk is also the space bar, and you can't remap either, which is really weird.
Well, what's
Head-
the only one? You're just the only one who has to do anything right now. Because Ren's second last.
Sorry.
I like this. I'm
It's
enjoying-
okay. It's all Dolo's fault.
They are changing it to where you can remap your hotkeys.
Yay!
That's good. Ren popped out again.
All right.
Hold on, Heather. Not that she can hear us. Wait. Wait. No, she's gonna come back. She's gonna be so mad. She's gonna be so mad.
I blame Sylvanop.
Yep, it's your fault. You
It's
brought
your
tech
fault
remedy
now.
into the game and it can't be undone. I'm just gonna be so mad.
Tell me when I need to pop back in. 'Cause I'm
You guys
hungry.
run again?
You just need to stay in, yeah. There you go.
Oh my god.
No, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's okay. It's okay.
It's
I've
fine.
been running all night. I haven't done anything.
Okay.
You're fine.
It's totally okay.
We'll get Heather something nice. Oh my god.
I think what we'll do in the future is we'll just take a screenshot of Dermot and then we'll just put him in there.
Yeah.
Instead of having a
Yeah,
live
that
camera.
sounds good.
Not that
That
would
sounds good.
solve this problem necessarily, but
Oh, it's
there we go.
awesome.
All right.
Looks like an Ewok.
You're welcome.
Okay. So maybe we just star wipe to the next scene.
Diddly, diddly, diddly. I was like, we're not star wiping nothing.
All right. So, you make your way down to Ubanashtu's tower. Flora is already inside. Are you cleaning up Dermot, Flora?
She's trying to. I don't have prestidigitation.
Oh, well,
it's not a druid spell,
then
so it's not going well.
Okay,
I'll
so
clean him up.
when the rest of you get there, Dietrich starts to cast prestidigitation. Gets Dermot nice and clean. Do you also clean the slide? Well, I guess you can't clean the entire slide. It would take too long.
Probably has to help Flora clean the grease off herself too, because she followed Dermot down.
Oh, that's true. Yes. Mhm.
Now we know how Lark gets his love of slides. Transfers via Dermot.
Kyle's mind is blown.
So do you guys start to head upstairs? Are you doing anything else while you're here?
I'm not calling out for anybody.
Gonna-
Not going near the bug nest. No.
No, I actually think that I've got something. No, I don't. No, I don't. I didn't take that spell. Never mind.
Okay.
Yep, as we were.
All right, so you guys start to head up the stairs. This long staircase that kind of spirals around the inside of this tower, and you guys make your way up to the first sort of living area that you came into last time, and through that area into the more laboratory type area is where Ubanashtu appears to be working. This extremely tall praying mantis sort of head shaped creature with these very thin body wearing robes and these long bug like appendages, including the praying mantis larger forearms. Kind of turns and looks at the 5-6 of you. You're back quickly, much quicker than I anticipated. Have you given up?
Oh no, we have your Ethereum.
It just kind of pauses for a moment, stares at you.
Piper puts the canisters down.
We are tremendous fans of under-promising and over-delivering, so you have what you want well in advance of how long you expected it to take. We trust you're satisfied.
Where did you get it? You
Oh,
couldn't have harvested it in that time.
Well, someone else did the harvesting for us, and we obtained it from them.
Yes, a deal was made, and we didn't have to do the mining. It worked quite well, actually.
Did you trade your narwhal?
It certainly attempted to, but we had to refrain from that particular exchange.
And you didn't trade your hamster?
No.
Really not.
And you still have a ship?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nothing else you had was valuable enough.
They were interested in the guns.
Yes,
Not
weapons
for
were of some interest.
£300.
What are your concerns exactly?
That the rightful owners will come looking for it.
That they might do, yep.
Then I need to know who that might be, so I can estimate my risk.
They mentioned the Regent, right?
I believe that was the title.
They worked for the Regent. That's all they told us.
Well, they attacked us. To be clear.
What was the name of the ship?
The detritus?
There's a big red fuck off thing.
You are fools.
We are aware. We had little choice in the matter. As Flora said, we were not the aggressors.
I'm sure that's not how that's in the story, but you know.
Yeah.
Did you kill everyone?
Tried
Most.
to.
Not purposely.
Wheels up, dear.
So, there may be some that could ID you.
Possibly. But if it makes you feel better, we can be on our way very shortly and be out of your hair. We didn't speak of you, did we?
Did
That was
you?
interesting. I sincerely don't remember if
You
we
absolutely did. You 100%
we
totally
name-dropped
did.
him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We absolutely did.
You 100% did.
are professionals.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you, medic.
Huh.
Wow.
Intriguing.
Oh no, medic, why?
Uh-huh. That's the first time we've gotten one of those, I think.
No, what's underneath?
Medic! Jesus Christ.
Oh no, I've already got that. That was perfect. I've got that one down.
Medic did it again.
Holy crap. Okay. Well,
I really like
this is going to be
Yuppets
interesting
Medic.
because yeah, we'll see here. Okay, so
I think Medic has taken on the mantle of Agent of Chaos from all of us.
Medic, thank you so
Delightful.
much, dude.
Thank you, Medic.
Wow, that's really, really incredible.
And how dare.
They
Okay,
also said
so
to pick who gets the Deus
Well,
Ex Machina.
let's-
I vote not
there-
it myself.
there's going to be a particular point I think you guys are going to want it. And then we'll discuss the exact rules at that point. But
I have concerns.
I have concerns as well.
let's get a little bit more through this, and then the potato will come in a little bit, and the wheel will be decided after the dais. So let's get to
One
that real quick
sentence.
here. Okay.
We'll get to the
I'm
potato.
so upset about this potato. You have no idea.
Oh, I am so excited about this potato.
No.
Piper
so
becomes a
upset.
militant vegetarian after this episode. I will eat all of them.
Oh my god, it's her lady in waiting.
So
You shut your mouth, Heather.
I already have it figured out, so I don't need suggestions. Thank you. So the so Umanashtu kind of looks at Dietrich. I think is who he kind of connected. Oh, that was the other guy. Who did
No, I think
Was it Dietrich as well?
Parlay.
I think it was
Oh,
Dietrich and Dermot. I don't remember.
It was Dietrich and Dermot.
Okay.
I don't remember. Anyway, so
I-
besides to pick on
I-
Dietrich today, are you sure that no one would know that I am taking possession of this?
I can't be sure that the people who survived were not privy to our purpose on that one. No.
And I'm pretty sure that the person we accidentally said your name to is
You
dead.
said my name.
I'll be over here.
You may have been mentioned, yep.
To a member. That works for the Regent.
Not to be difficult about it, but we did establish we're new in the area. I'm not sure that indignation over something, an etiquette that we were not aware of, is really warranted.
So you mentioned my name and then decided to kill the people that you mentioned my name to. Is that not poor etiquette where you're from?
Again, self-defense.
I'm squeaking. We didn't necessarily say your name. Because I for one definitely, maybe have forgotten your name. It's an easy name to forget. I'm sure many people could forget it, and maybe I think Piper might have misspoke. We might not have said it. We don't know. We are very stupid.
You're going a tad hypersonic.
I know.
This deal is off. Leave.
If we made it 400 pounds of Ethereum.
Like it or not, you're already involved.
But if they find it in my possession, I'll surely be killed.
Who's to say that they won't kill you, even though you don't have it in your possession?
I'm going to hedge my bet.
By telling them the direction that we're going in, by giving them the map that you were going to give us. Because that's what I would do.
Explain.
How long does it take to convert the liquid Ethereum into whatever you need to?
Weeks.
Weeks, right. Does the Regent have a method of detecting liquid Ethereum within a given area that you know of?
Not that I'm aware of.
So,
How long would it take the Regent to get here if he knew where you were going?
how long would it take a broken detritus ship, very broken, to reach the Regent, report on what had occurred, and then for the Regent's agents to reach here along with that?
Regent's agents reach is what he's.
I don't really know.
So it might be long enough for you to hide the liquid Ethereum and give them the direction that we traveled in, and, well, pray to whatever gods you believe in that they don't murder you outright for, playing host to this group of ragtag etiquette-breaking pirates.
Etiquette.
Breaking. Right. We broke etiquette.
When you murdered people.
No, it was self-defense. So it was a killing.
Murder as self-defense of most of their crew.
Right, we could quibble over semantics, but it's...
The Regent will not be one to quibble.
Who is the Regent? What? Why are you so concerned about them?
The Regent controls all of this area of the Nexus.
Right.
She is one of the most powerful beings I've ever known.
She, you say?
She is unending.
This wouldn't happen to be the whole tide thing, would it?
energy is what the tide runs from.
Wonderful.
Does not make me feel any better.
There is
Right.
no guarantee that you can give me that would make me feel safe in this deal.
So, damned if you do, damned if you don't. You might as well have us on our way and, provide us with the map. It's going to be inside of the mind of a Modron. It's not like they're going to be able to find the map after you've given it to us.
They will make sure that they know where you are before they finish me.
So, have we damned you?
Sorry, what?
Have we damned you? By our action or inaction or lots of small actions?
I'm hoping not, but definitely if I take possession of those.
So, what if we were to leave these somewhere and tell you where they are? But not tell you, like, write it down, basically. Find them on such and such a small planet within this system. And then that way you say, I don't know where they went, where they are, or where the things are. And then after the Regent leaves, then, you could go and obtain the Ethereum for yourself.
Give me a persuasion check. It's pretty good bullshit.
All right, where's my character sheet?
Oh.
Okay. That would be an 18.
It would be extra work and difficulty on my part.
We did get it to you very fast.
And we have an extra one.
We could make it the 400 instead of the 3.
Getting it to me quickly does nothing if I can't start processing it now. However, 400. You could
I don't
leave
know
it. You could leave it here on the moon, just on the other side.
Fair enough.
Mark it in some way, I'll find it, and if they happen to find it, well, it'll be worth the risk.
For what it's worth, we're sorry for having endangered you.
Again.
We will be sure to leave these in a hidden yet easily findable for you spot. And Piper hoists up the 2 canisters.
Leave your Modron. I will start the preparations.
While we go hide these, and then we'll come back and pick up the Modron, and then we'll just be out
on
of
your
your
way.
And we're of a mind.
Thank you.
We'll get right on that.
Piper goes, I'm out, and hoists them and starts walking down the stairs with them.
All right. So you guys start to head outside. You go down the stairs, all the way down the stairs. You just had to carry them up.
Gravity's helping this time.
You get to the front
Okay,
door.
Piper didn't skip leg day.
You get to the front door. You open it. It's kind of half blocked by a slide. The slide that was created, and you kind of get around that, and you start to make your way up towards the ship.
All right.
Curie pats Dietrich on the shoulder. Quick thinking. Thank you.
Could have been a lot worse.
I've had to argue with Big Dickus way too many times to not be of some use in a negotiation.
Well, very lucky to have you. All right, so what do? We hide the loot.
Send Mo up, and then we go hide the loot. And while we're hiding, he puts the map in Mo's head, and then we come back. We pick up our Mo, and we get the fuck out of here.
Break.
All right, so you guys make your way up to the top of the ship. Who's going to let Mo know? All right, so Dietrich, you holler out, and Mo shows up pretty much right there where you exited the ship. Up on deck, he's doing some mopping. He looks over and comes running over. Oh, what can I do for you, Dietrich?
Ubinoshu is ready for you. If you
okay.
wouldn't mind making your way up to the map room where
sure.
we had previously met with him. Right, and we are going to be right back. We have an errand to run for him, and then we will return and pick you up, and then we will be on our way.
Oh, okay, that sounds great. I'll go right now. And he hands you the map.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mo.
A few seconds later, he's kind of running towards the edge of the ship, and he stops. Hey, Dietrich?
Yeah?
What's this?
What's what?
He's pointing at the slide.
It's dangerously fast. So if you
It's
jump
not
on it,
moving.
no, you will go dangerously fast if you go on it.
That's not an answer.
It is a slide,
Oh,
a luge.
he doesn't even let you finish. He jumps on it. And he just is screaming, hollering all the way down.
So like a bowling ball down a gutter. It's what you're saying. A downhill gutter.
Kind of.
Greased.
Does he like take his arms off like beforehand and pull them into his body? Okay,
He
'cause
doesn't
that
roll.
would-
He just sits and slides.
Kyle, how would he do that? Because then he couldn't go.
Exactly.
Oh, it's fair.
All right.
Super Mo.
So he
cue
hits.
ball?
You hear him hit the door down the bottom. They crash open and slam shut again. And you hear, "I'm okay."
Glad you're okay, Mo. Glad you're okay.
I hide some buried treasure.
We are pirates.
Apparently.
No, we're not pirates.
We stole
well,
from a ship. With
It
our
wasn't
ship.
our intention, but we kind of became pirates.
Accidental pirates.
I mean, they didn't kill us first. We just defended ourselves. Well, okay, it is
That
just
detail is a bit immaterial when you just see the results.
I suppose that's true.
Well, let's get cracking.
So you guys hop in the ship and you fly to the far side of the moon. You find a particular place just on the outskirts of the city, of the edge of the city, and you find a place to plop these items down. Kind of a very conspicuous set of rock formations that maybe someone does a quick sketch of as kind of a here is where they are. And are you just going to leave them inside of this rock formation? Are you going to bury them? What are you going to do?
I think burying them might be smart.
All right.
That's what I would suggest. I'll supervise.
Of course you will. Piper starts digging.
Well, we'll help dig.
Yuri's on peanut duty.
So you guys,
She's the peanut
you guys dig up a shallow sort of area for these to go into. You put them in, you cover them back up. Takes you about an hour altogether, and you guys pop back in and start heading. Oh, I'm heading back to Ubunashtu's. Oh, yeah.
Dietrich is going to play his weird. We need a name for this instrument, and create using prestidigitation is going to create a very small, like 1-inch tall Ubunashtu figurine, and then just kind of place it in the vicinity of where the things are.
Okay.
Just like.
So an Ubunashtu doll.
Like a little chippy Ubunashtu.
All right. And then Curie gets the wheel here. Let's do that real quick.
I've still got a quote to wrap up. Just putting that out there.
Then we'll get to everything else here.
Oh, God. Everything else scares me.
I mean, we know what the other thing is.
Merely query. For the next 20 minutes in game, Curie, you can only talk in questions.
That out of character.
Oof.
That's a good one.
That's one of my favorites.
That's going to be difficult setting up your last quote.
Oh, it won't be.
Oh, okay.
Depending on how Logan is willing to stretch the definition of saying the quote.
You can phrase it as a question. Okay, so you guys start to fly back. As you are landing and flying back, I would like perception checks.
Ooh, I have a nervous.
I'm gonna use a reroll.
Same.
It's 2 rerolls.
18.
20.
Just a perception check. I'll keep my natural 1.
14
I got a-
with the reroll.
Which means 1.
Yeah, I got a 3.
You're right in the
Doing stuff. It's fine.
So Piper and Lilac, you've taken the time that it was going to take to fly back to head back downstairs, which is why you guys have failed this roll, to get a little training in. Just a quick little couple of punches in and a little exercise because stretching out the muscles after carrying those things and digging and all of that, doing something you actually enjoy. And while you're there, you hear this very strange sort of sound. It's kind of this wailing sort of ooh, 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 ooh.
Not another ghost. Hello, ghost. I am Piper. I can help you. Please come here. Let me release you from your agony.
Like you can actually hear this sound as well.
Ghost?
I think the ghosts are becoming better at projecting. Because I can hear this one.
You can hear it. Where is it coming from?
So you guys start to look around and you start to hear kind of lock in on it, and it's coming from the vegetable garden.
Lilac. If another zucchini comes out of this garden, I am going to burn it to the ground. Don't tell Flora.
There's two favorite things. You're perverting them.
Oh, well, I'll go look. I'm sure it's not a zucchini because that was incredibly random and absurd. Hello?
Stupid.
Hello.
Hello, Ghost. I am Lilac, the first mate of this vessel. How can we help you? As long as you're not a...
I'm not a ghost.
Oh, well, good. I mean, not good. Maybe. Will you present yourself?
I can't. I'm over here.
I will look.
So you start to kind of look around and move some of the plants aside, and you see kind of half sticking up out of the ground is the top of this this potato.
You?
Yes.
It's not a zucchini.
Excellent. Wait. I don't like the way you said that. Piper starts coming over.
I don't like the way I had to say that either. How can we help you, Sir, Mr. Tuber fella?
Oh. No one can help me.
I'm sure that's probably true, but I think we have to try.
Why are you crying?
I'm distraught.
Because
I have known love. And it is gone from me.
what was the name of your love?
She was peeled away.
I daren't say her name. For the pain would be like daggers in my eyes.
What was she, green? And potentially a zucchini.
He just starts bawling.
I'm too sober for this shit. Yes, Lilac.
No, you're right. We'll be back. Probably.
All right.
Should we just take him to her?
Let's pause because I don't think you're going to get much farther right now. As those of you that are up on deck, you 20 was the first one. Flora, you're the first one to notice that the stars above you, some of them are moving strangely. And then Curie quickly after, and then a moment later, Dietrich. As you look up, you see that there's this large section of stars that seem to be moving independently. Almost like it's like a painting. And it kind of shifts and you see other stars vanish as this sort of cover comes over, and it's a moment later, this lump, this painting, this illusion tilts, and you see lights, not stars, but lights, gas lights and lanterns, thousands of them. and you see this four-tiered, monolithic structure start to lower from the sky. Your ship, as large as it is, could easily fly into almost any of the structures on this massive floating city. And at the center of it, a huge temple-like structure.
Would it be terribly out of turn for me to say we're fucked?
Well, they certainly know how to make an entrance.
No, I'm pretty sure that you've got a good handle on the situation. Oh, that's a problem.
Should we go get Piper and Lilac?
Yup.
Captain?
Absolutely.
Wouldn't it?
Logan, who are you playing?
The captain answering you.
Okay.
That's who you're talking to, right?
I just realized that. I'm just trying to be like, whose voice was that?
You just said captain.
Sorry.
I were talking
I
to the
said,
captain.
should we go get? Should we tell the captain?
The captain's on deck. So the captain starts to call everyone to arms. They start to prepare the cannons and guns and things. And the captain, also realizing that Mo is still back at the thing, he starts to make a beeline for s02e10.
Why are we prepping the cannon? Shouldn't we be prepping the engines?
Oh, you're already moving.
You're
Prepping
carrying the
more?
engine.
Going back to Ubanashu to get Mo, so I think Logan's saying that we're speeding up to try and get to Mo faster to get out of here.
Understood. That was also me just attempting to, in character, answer with questions.
Got it. Sorry.
Hard to tell what I'm
Sorry.
or being rhetorical. Do you know what a rhetorical question is?
No.
Do you know what it means to be saddled with only speaking in rhetorical questions for 20 minutes?
They don't have to be rhetorical.
No.
They do. They do if I want to not make you think I'm asking you questions.
Are you a pain in the ass?
Huh?
Yes.
I do have a question. Our cannons, they're designed for ship-to-ship self-defense, yeah?
Correct.
That's a floating city.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it be a bit like throwing toothpicks?
Are you talking to
at
somebody in
a-
particular? I thought you were talking to me as a DM.
No, I was doing it in character, so
Oh,
it
I
was
apologize.
definitely...
You ask questions in character all the time. So you're talking to the captain?
Yeah.
Yes, but we seem to be going faster than that. Floating city seems to be moving, so I would guess that they probably have some other way to catch us if they're going to do that.
Fair.
Plus, it's protocol.
Do you think they really matter? They really care about protocol?
No, but our ship does.
Oh.
If we're going to be engaging an unknown, possibly a hostile enemy, we should prepare for battle.
True. Defer to you, having sailed before. So who's going to negotiate with them?
I'm hoping that we're out of here before they get anywhere near here.
Good. I like that idea. I really do. I like that.
So somebody did one of you run down to get Piper and Lilac, or did you guys send a crewman?
I
go.
So.
Okay, so Flora, you
Okay.
you get downstairs, are hollering out for Piper and Lilac, and the two of you, as you guys are deciding what to do with this potato, you hear Flora kind of hollering for you.
Good. Flora, there is something wrong with your vegetable patch.
We
It
can-
keeps growing sentient vegetation.
Oh, God. We'll deal with it later. There's a monolith city, and it just landed, and we have to go get Mo, and we need you guys up on deck right now.
but he's crying. It's very upsetting.
He'll live. Water's good for plants. Let's go.
Salt
Okay.
water?
We will be back to help you find your lady love soon. We gotta make sure we all survive first.
Love. Oh no.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yep.
Where the hell did you get those seeds, Flora?
And I want to let you guys
From
know at
the
this point,
Legends.
from here forward, you guys can grab onto those DM powers anytime that you guys think you might want to do. Whoever might want to grab onto those, just let me know, and we'll get the timer set up and all of that.
Now, is it a minute total for the
It's 30
person who
seconds.
latches on? 30 seconds for the person who latches on, or is it a communal 30
It's
seconds
30
that we can
seconds for
basically like?
one particular person. And
Wasn't sure if it was like a chess
one
timer.
of the major rules is there's no killing the bad guys, at least the big bad guys. You can make things easier on yourselves. You can give yourselves items. You can do pretty much anything you want. Outside of that, you have full.
We
GM
speed up our
powers.
ship indefinitely to snag a Modron and
no
GTFO?
no bypassing the major plot point of the story by getting yourselves home. Those are the two big things that you're not allowed to do.
Ensign Ricky commandeers a ship and rescues us. Got it.
You can Ensign Ricky Ex Machina. I would have no problems with that.
What about an infinitely long line of peasants and a ladder?
I would have no problems
No.
with whatever you want to do. If you want to cheese your way through that, that's fine.
We get to be the chaos now.
30 seconds is not a long time to be chaos. All right. So yeah, Piper grabs her hammer and she is running up on deck.
All right, so you guys make your way up on deck, and the ship is coming down for a landing at Ubanashtu's place when you see a large flash of light come from the city.
Was that what I think it was?
And the light streaks through the sky and streaks through Ubanashtu's tower. You don't hear anything. You see some rocks start to fall away and some of the metal start to fall away. And then you hear this loud explosion as the tower itself shatters.
Oh no, what have we done?
Well, we didn't do that.
Curie glances up at the city. Are you sure?
No, we brought them, but they're the ones who did it. Right. We put the rock in the sling, but they're the ones who, Anyway, semantics.
Is the slide still there on the side of the ship?
It's not on the ship. It was part of the ground. But that is where you're going to be landing again, is right next to where that slide is. But the captain is like in kind of shock for a moment and looking and trying to decide if she should land, or if she should just get the hell out of there. But she decides that she needs to check to see if Mo's around. Not just
Piper
because-
Piper is running for the slide and is basically going to jump on it and slide down, camera drawn, like
give me an
feet.
athletics check.
I have advantage on those. Huzzah. And a +5. Natural 20!
Nice. So Piper runs before the ship is even landed, leaps off the railing around the ship, falls down onto landing on her feet onto the slide, and starts to slide down this greased slide on their feet, and within moments is down at the bottom of the slide, dismounting like a funkin' Olympian.
Or like a Legolas down an elephant trunk.
Yeah. A greased elephant.
She's running. She's running and yelling Mo's name.
But you're landing more or less in rubble at this point. There are bits and pieces of the tower still standing. Some of you in the top of the tower are still sort of standing. but you don't see Mo. However, you do hear the frantic buzzing of thousands of insects that you think are coming very, very soon.
She's ignoring them for now. She's just gonna start tearing rubble aside to try and find Mo.
Okay.
Oh, if you can hear me, say something.
I'd like to take over DM powers.
All right. Go ahead.
Ezra Piper, you hear through the rubble, "I'm okay."
He starts running for it.
So yeah, you start scouring through, and there's just dust, a huge dust cloud over everything, and rocks that you kind of need to, like, some of them are just the size of pillars that take a little effort. You end up having to climb over a lot of them, and through the dust you see just the tiniest hint of a little bit of shiny metal and a little bit of a curve, and just like upside down, like an egg in a breakfast egg cup, you see Mo stuck a little propped up against some rock rubble.
And what
She
does
starts
Mo,
pulling.
and what does Mo say? Anything?
Help!
Perfect.
She starts like flinging bits of rubble off of him as fast as she can.
All right. So you start to fling rubble off of Mo as he's coughing up rocks and dust and stone. I've had better.
I've got you, buddy. I've got you.
Oh, okay. I think my leg is broken. And he picks it up and it's snapped in half.
Oh, we'll I'll get Dolo to look at it and maybe he can fix it.
Who's Dolo?
He's the one who made the slide.
Oh, that thing's really fast and dangerous. I took
Is that
down
how
the entire
you're-
building.
Oh, honey, we gotta go. There's problems. We gotta run.
Well,
Okay.
but what about Ubinashtu? I think he's here somewhere.
Is he still? Ubinashtu, are you alive?
Don't hear anything.
I don't know that we have time.
The gentle lilting of accordion music.
That's what I was checking on, but it didn't work. Okay.
The Regent's actually a godfather.
So back up on the deck of the ship, the crew is starting to prepare the weapons, and they're finally finishing the landing after Piper has leapt off. What have you guys been doing?
Helping to get everything ready on the ship for a fight if we have one, and waiting till we're closer to get on the slide.
Okay. You are closer. It's landed. You see Piper, at that point you see Piper digging frantically. Piper, yes?
Would lay on hands cure Mo's broken leg?
It would. Well, I mean, maybe not necessarily the leg, but it would heal him.
All right, so she's gonna actually she's like, hang on just a second, and so she lays on hands and will heal him as much as she can. I don't know how much he needs.
How much?
I can only do 20.
He needs all of that easily.
Okay, so she pumps all 20 into him.
Okay. All right. So, but you see, but that hasn't quite happened yet. When you guys are landing, Piper's digging frantically at this point. Flora, are you leaping on the slide?
Yeah, this might hurt.
All right. Give me a dexterity save at the bottom.
Needs a reroll.
You have 13 rerolls or something.
Yeah, we're at 14 or we're at 12, so it's 11.
That is so much better. Okay, you said dexterity save, so that's a 19. The first one was a 1. I rolled an out
All right.
one.
So you make it at the bottom. You land on your feet. You run over, and as you see Piper pulling Mo from the rubble, as Mo is smacking on the dust and stuff. Who else is acting up at the top? Anyone?
I think Dietrich would not of immediate action, but like would run over to Jeremy and would want to just pick his brain for a second.
Okay. All right, so you run over to Jeremy, the amiable astral narwhal, who is laying in his hammock that you guys have made for him, wearing his crocheted horn cozy, and he looks over at you as you approach.
Jeremy, quick question for you.
Oh yes,
in your
Dietrich, what can I
travels,
do for you?
yeah, in your travels, in the Nexus, have you encountered the Regent or any
Oh
of
no,
her?
we stay very clear of the Regent.
Well, she's here. So, what do we need to know right now?
Oh, you should absolutely run.
Perfect. That's exactly what we are planning to do. Right.
I mean, it probably won't help very much, but you know.
Why is that?
Oh, because well, she's like magic.
She's like magic, or she is magic, or she uses magic.
I really don't know the difference.
That's a fair point. You know. Right. Well, thank you. Anchors away, folks.
Oh, I wouldn't do that. You've still got people down there.
Right. Well, you know, we can. Can you go get them? No, don't do that. That would put you in danger. No.
I mean, I could go get them. I could bring one of them back.
No, we need all three of them.
Well, I could get all three of them
at the same time.
Oh yeah, I could do that. Yep.
Quickly.
I mean, as fast as I can swim, fly.
Oh wait, no.
Swim.
We're
Swim.
not
I
in
like
the
swim.
next. So you can't swim. You can't swim here, can you?
Oh, that's right. I can't. No. Oh wait, no, I can around the ship because there's air.
Right, but they're not next to the ship.
But we're on a planet.
Right.
I can swim here.
All right. Well,
I just don't swim very well, but I can still do it. But that's fine. I'll just stay here.
All right. Okay.
Because you don't think it's safe.
I don't. Well, none of us are safe right now. Lilac.
First mate, Lilac.
Lilac has stayed up on the ship after Piper flung herself down, thinking, "Oh well, I'm, one of the hammer fighters, so I should probably stay here. I guess. I don't know. I'm supposed to be using books in my brain now. Oh, this is obnoxious." Crap. So Lilac has been standing there having this interior conflict, and then hears you yell. What?
I think it's time to use one of the life rafts and pick up our folks down there.
Yes.
Do you know how to use one of these things?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Curie!
What?
We need a life raft pilot.
Good for you. No. That's not a question. Do you want me to go find someone?
Please?
Can we have a volunteer?
He won't let me volunteer.
We have a volunteer who has opposable thumbs. Captain, do we have a pilot?
No. Jeremy looks at his flippers.
It's
really
crisis.
sad.
Oh God.
The captain is up barking orders and helping get guns prepared. He's nowhere near you right now.
Curie will
She's
look
nowhere
for
near
the
you right now.
Curie will look for the closest deckhand.
All right.
And
Yeah, you see a
grab
deckhand?
a shoulder and be like, "Do you know how to pilot a life raft? Whatever.
Of course.
Can you do so right now?"
And he kind of looks over at Lilac.
Yeah, do this thing.
Oh, okay. And he goes and starts to prepare
Advisory Council Curie has said.
He goes over and starts to prepare a life raft.
You hear that, young man? You hear I've been deputized. You will remember that I expect. Yes? That was a question. Sure.
Title forthcoming. TBD.
All aboard. Let's.
Are you all going in the life raft?
There's probably not.
They're
There's
longboats.
room.
They can fit up to 10 people.
Curie's sort of like, All right, die on the planet, die on the ship. All right.
Here, Dietrich, you go with who you deckhand
Name them.
Nathan.
Nathan.
Ensign Ricky, Ensign Nathan.
Okay. That's decisive action.
Oh no.
All right, so yeah, they get the Ensign Nathan gets the life raft ready and starts to take off. Who's going in the life raft? Okay, Dietrich, and that's it.
Shit, where's Peanut?
All right, so the two of you start to row down. You get about halfway down. This city has kind of adjusted a bit and gotten a lot closer in the time that you have taken to need to get all these preparations done. The captain feels completely ready. She turns and looks up, and another smaller flash of light streaks from the city. This one's more of a beam of light, though, and this is right after you have finished getting Mo all healed up, and you start to dig through, and you find Ubanashtu, and he's not looking well. As a matter of fact, you're pretty sure he's dead. But you never dealt with his species before, but he is not moving, and he has no signs of life at all.
I don't think we can do anything.
I can try. And she's gonna just cast Cure Wounds just to see if it does anything.
When the spell fails, there's no target.
Damn it. I'm sorry. He's gone.
Need to go.
You see
All right.
Dietrich coming down in the life raft towards you.
Go.
And then you look up and you see the beam of light streak and hit the deck of the ship. Lilac, Curie, the captain, and all the deckhands. What you see appear on the deck of the ship is what you could only describe as a young girl. Maybe 15, 16. She's got like almost a pixie cut hair, kind of this cyan, light blue, almost maybe sea bluish kind of color. Long pointed ears, fairly pale white skin, but on her skin there are cracks where this like very deep fiery glow can be seen through. She has two horns that come off of the side. They're dark black and red horns with these crackling red energy through them, and sort of sitting right above the horns is a very thin a circle of light, like a halo.
I presume that's the Regent.
Probably.
And she just kind of turns and looks around at each person, kind of sizing everyone up.
Lilac tries to stand as tall as Lilac can.
Lilac, have you ever played Not It?
What?
Dietrich lands the ship and picks up Piper and Flora and Mo, and they start to head back up in the rowboat.
Glad you're all safe.
Ubinosh two's dead.
I couldn't do anything.
I broke my leg, and he holds up both halves.
Oh, no.
Might be able to do something about that.
You get back up there, I saw another flash.
A what?
Excuse me, Ensign. Is it possible to make the life raft go any faster? I apologize. I don't mean to tell you your business. I'm just worried.
If anybody can cast a spell, I believe that the infusing it with a spell energy can make it go faster.
On it.
I don't know how to do that though.
Her hand down on the floor and casts Expeditious Retreat into the boat itself.
And Dietrich, what were you about to do?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no. This is going to be great. Because you didn't tell Dietrich you were going to do anything, and you didn't listen when Dietrich said he was going to do something, so now you're both going to do something. So, Dietrich, what are you putting into the boat?
I was going to use Fairy Fire.
Okay. Are those both first level spells?
Yes.
Yeah.
Give me charisma saves. Checks. Sorry, checks.
The Bard and the Paladin.
Checks. Charisma checks.
Charisma's okay.
That's
19.
A total of 24.
Okay, so between the two of you, you both are able to infuse your spells into the raft. It takes off like a shot. It's like hitting a boost in Mario Kart type of thing. It's just, and you just start taking off a little too fast, actually, to the point where you're not sure you're going to be able to stop in time. So you have the opportunity to either go up and overshoot over the ship, or kind of crash into the side of it and stop.
Bonk.
What do you do? 3, 2.
Shoot.
Okay, so Dietrich
Yeah.
just instinctually just kind of digs one of the oars in this weird instinctual way through the wild space. The ship, listening to his commands, kind of turns and arcs upwards a little bit, and the entire longboat shoots up over the Cloudbreaker. And you look down and you see this like ring of all of the deckhands and the captain and Curie and Lilac and Dermot. And you see, standing in the center of this, you see the creature, the young woman I described a moment ago.
See you in a moment.
So you can jump out, or you're just going to take a moment for you to come kind of arc back as you guys are slowing down.
We've been seen, so I assume that we're just going to arc back.
Okay.
And
So as you kind of overshoot, everybody kind of just like looks up and like with a start, except for this woman, this young woman who does not seem to even take notice, and is just kind of
Going
still
for Willy.
sizing everyone up.
Logan, has 20 minutes passed?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So Curie, just if everybody's just kind of taken aback by this girl showing up, Curie's gonna be the one to chime in, because she doesn't want to put Lilac in the position to have to do that so soon after she made Lilac an officer.
Lilac knows that this was your fault, and Lilac is going to make you make a lot of Lilac's decisions.
Oh, that absolutely wasn't my intention. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, just to
So Curie steps forward with her her walking cane. Can we help you?
Are you in charge?
I'm in the hierarchy.
Do you command this ship?
I do not.
Who is the leader?
Do you wish to parley with them? I work as a sort of intermediary.
Ignores you and kind of turns and continues to size up the crowd. Dietrich, Piper, you guys have gotten the ship turned around, the longboat, and have come back and now fully docked. Ensign Nathan is starting to tie it up so you guys can leap back out onto deck. And Mo hobbles off downstairs. He actually takes one of his arms and sticks it where his leg is supposed to go, and then he just walks downstairs.
It's versatile.
Glad you're okay, Bill. We'll get your leg fixed.
Oh, I'll be okay.
So the captain hasn't made any motion to answer that question, or...
Well, he was speaking to Curie, but the captain, give me a insight check.
Eight.
You're not sure. The captain doesn't look scared, but she's hesitating or waiting for something. But you think you might be able to put it together now, because now that Piper and Dietrich are back on the ship, she steps forward. But give me a perception check.
That one.
Okay. So you don't really see anything, but it seems like she was maybe waiting for Dietrich and everyone to be back on the ship.
Okay, then...
And she starts to step forward, but if you're going to do something, let me know.
So Lilac being clueless and freaking out, and the captain's not doing anything, and even Curie was sort of rendered speechless, will awkwardly put their hand out.
Curie turns to Lilac. Doesn't say anything. She just clearly is taken aback.
So as you kind of put your hand up, even though this woman's not looking at you, she turns on her heel and kind of squares up. Do you have something to say?
And there's just like a glance at the captain. You wanted to know who the ship's leaders were?
She takes one step closer.
Curie has her hand on the handle of her cane, sort of like fiddling with where she knows the mechanism is to unscrew it.
I want to know who the leader is, not a subordinate. Is that you?
There's a beat of lilac silence. Leader is a word. We have several.
Curie looks to Captain
types,
sort of expectantly.
Yeah, the captain definitely not really knowing where Lilac is going with this. She steps forward. I'm the captain. This crew
Let's
and
go.
ship are mine. And once again, this young girl turns on her heels and looks and squares up with the captain.
Curie makes a beeline right for Lilac's side, just like.
Her head tilts a little as Curie moves. Like she's listening. Very primal. She takes 2 steps forward towards the captain. Are you responsible for the destruction aboard the detritus?
That was me.
She turns and looks at Dietrich. But you're not the captain.
You were
Captain.
attacked, Dietrich. You didn't cause that.
She asked, who caused the destruction? I did.
Actually, I didn't. I
That's
asked
who was
who was
responsible.
responsible.
For the destruction. That's
I would
It was
argue your
the
captain.
EUs. That's why I spoke up.
The captain of a ship is responsible for everything their crew does.
Then the captain of the detritus would be responsible for what happened during that altercation.
Then your captain may exact any revenge he wishes. I will defend mine. Yours can defend you. I want what was stolen.
Would we be free to go at that point?
She turns again and looks at Dietrich. No.
Then what incentive do we have to tell you? Not trying to sass.
Once everything has been returned, and balance is restored, you may leave.
She means interest, Dietrich. What was owed with interest.
Right.
I mean balance. Must I sort through this rubble? Or will you tell me where my property is?
Curie tries to shrug with her eyebrows at Dietrich. in an attempt to silently convey. So what?
So the captain steps forward. We'll return your property. We buried it. Excellent. Where?
In a rock outcropping. Harper will say where it is.
She kind of looks around and sees Lilac nod and listens to Piper. And she reaches up to her horn and her halo, and she just kind of brushes along it, and all the lights start to scintillate a little bit and flare and glow, and a little speck of light shoots from her halo up to the ship. A few moments later, you see a light arc from the city down onto the horizon. When we've finished here, I would suggest that you be very mindful in the future.
We did attempt to be.
We'll
At
do
the
better.
outset. Beat me to it.
Are you the Regent? Or are you a representative of the Regent? Would like to know who we're apologizing to exactly.
I am the Regent.
Well then, deepest apologies to you, ma'am. We'll stay out of your way in the future.
You see a flash of light from the horizon that seems to go up towards the city. And a moment later, a little speck of light kind of floats down and lands basically on our halo. You spoke the truth. That is respectable.
There is no point in lying. And not something I am inclined to do.
You would be surprised how many people in similar situations will lie.
We've been told that we're honest to a fault up to this point, so yeah.
Glad to make amends for a miscommunication and tragic circumstances.
Because you were forthcoming.
I'll make you a pizza.
Come to my bar.
What's
I gotta
called?
get that
We'll
folder.
delete it from the
2
folder.
more songs I need that folder to be. 2 more songs. Okay.
What's it called?
That's-
We'll make a note.
No, I don't need to remove that. I like that one for Cantina. It's just that's the top of the list. It's so
Oh.
everything goes back up.
Perfect.
Fuck it. She kind of turns towards Dietrich and curious, since you guys have been the one talking the most.
For better or worse.
And we will be ending right after this. So, Curie, did you get all of your comments in?
Yes, the peanut gallery is closed.
Okay, so you got.
I think he meant your 3
your 3 lines.
Oh, no, because I had an idea, but okay. Okay.
Yep, this is your last chance. Bo, go to bed, Bo. Can't hear you. Yeah. Okay. Now you fake where your mic goes muted.
No, I got disconnected from Discord
Oh, okay.
too.
Discord hates us today.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes.
That was weird. Okay. All right. Curie tries to remember if Dietrich knows anything of Thieves' Cant and tries to express something in a coded language, hoping that he'll understand what she's saying.
Perfect. I love it.
So what she means to say is, oh, I don't even know what I want to say to him. It's something about the idea of, we need to make this as quick as possible or she's going to murder us. That's what she's trying to convey to Dietrich. But what comes out of her mouth is, go, gadget, snorkel.
Speak to Baxi.
What did you say?
Don't speak to Baxi.
Fuck you.
Thieves' Cant is a brilliant use of that. Good job.
Thank you.
God damn it. So the Regent turns and says, since you were forthcoming, I will be forgiving and restoring balance.
From one ruler to another, it is always best to be honest when dealing with a peer.
You've been quite magnanimous, thank you. Curie kind of glares at Piper.
And she actually takes a moment and sizes you up a little bit first, Piper, before more so than she has up till now. But she kind of almost is dismissive after sizing you up and just turns back. Seven crew, including the captain, were murdered.
Tiny bit of Curie that goes, jeez.
Balance will be restored. And she turns into a being of pure light. And it stretches up almost infinitely towards the city. And Captain Packard falls over dead. And that's where we're going to end. And we'll pick up at this exact moment next week.
Congrats on your very sudden promotion, Lilac.
Oh, God! There's a real sideways walk to get to a coup there, Ren.
Oh my God.
Thank you everyone for being here. We really appreciate it.
Holy
Silvanov,
shit.
We occasionally do voice chats and AMAs and stuff over in our Discord. If you're in the Discord, make sure you come on over there. Thank you everyone for the donations tonight. Holy crap.
And the raids.
And the raids, like six raids and so many donations and
some new followers and new
It
subscribers.
was incredible. Thank you guys so very much. Thank you specifically to Medic for all the big stuff, Matthew for the big stuff, our first DM Ex Machina from Medic, I believe, which I think very well. Something I would have probably added in there, Curie, right towards the end, would be Mo saying something like, and I got all the maps downloaded into my brain, or something like that.
My brain.
So,
yes, that's fair. That's fair.
We'll talk more and more about that. I'll be a little more forgiving. You had about 45 seconds there, so
Gotcha.
We may have to go to a full minute because we got to get into it.
Getting situated to actually make a GM decision is it takes a bit.
Let's see here. We had a bunch of wheels tonight. I think everyone got all their wheels done. Yes, Unchained Melody. A ghost shows up in every scene and asks a favor of you. But we had a ghost NPC show up, so I kind of made that the thing, and
That's
kind of
great.
told us a little bit there.
Really
like Dolo.
Another one, and then we had Dolo. Dolo's our new NPC. Who definitely I have plans for will be around our new tech goblin.
Yeah.
Thank you to each of my players. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate all the hard work you're putting in.
Missed you guys.
Dermot, best night of the night. You've never been better.
MVP.
MVP, Dermot. MVP.
I got my steps in, running back and forth across the house.
Yeah, right?
Still managed to get us in the fields with that fucking slide reference. He wasn't even here, and he managed to make some of us sad.
Yeah, dramatic turn tonight. I knew it was going to be tonight. I knew that was going to be a big moment. Lilac, I was not planning on putting you in that position, but everyone else was kind of pushing for it, so it kind of happened.
Please.
So we'll see.
I was.
Are taking copious notes apparently if I'm going to have to do a captain's log.
I was going to say,
oh my God,
we'll be having the captain's log will now be done by the captain. If you decide to stay captain, we can talk about other options for that if you don't want to.
Log. If we're doing it right there.
First captain's log is just
dot.
This is when my pages
you
and pages
bother
of notes
writing
that I
out
take
OG.
come in handy.
Anyway, so thank you guys very, very much. Please go visit our sponsors, World Anvil and Die Hard Dice. We'll see you next week here at 7 p.m. PST, PDT right now, not PST. If you come PST, that's wrong. It's PDT now right now. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Pacific. And we will see, we have tomorrow, we've got, Angela's going to be doing
Power
Hour at noon Pacific. And then the next day we've got No Brainer. And if you have a webcam and a headset and would like to be on our trivia show, it's all general trivia. It's not just specifically nerdy. It's just a fun trivia show.
Like bar trivia.
Yeah, it's bar trivia. It's basically a quiz. You can come into our Discord and sign up, and we rotate out the cast every week. It's 3 teams of 2. We can put you in with a teammate. You can bring your own. Let me know, and we can do that. So yeah, and then Friday we've got Nerdsmith Sings Their Heart Out at round-ish 7 p.m. It's our karaoke night with the Nerdsmith directors and friends. The creators who come around and sing with us.
Everybody on this show has featured at some point,
including Dermot the Bear.
Including Dermot
the Bear. Anyway, thank you guys very, very much. That's going to be it for us. We're going to go ahead and do a raid over to our friends at Perception Studio. And anything else we need to do? Oh, we need to run our end credits.
Yeah, thank you, everybody.
We'll
be hanging out in Discord.
We'll be hanging out in the Discord for a little bit afterwards. You can come say hi, ask us
in both the regular channel and the spoiler channel.
Yeah.
Yes.
So come and join our Discord. Somebody will put that in the thing. The raid will be automatic. That'll happen automatically. Just stay in this channel and you'll come along with us. All right, we're gonna go ahead and roll our end credits. We'll see you over there. Do we have a raid cry for tonight?
Long live Captain Lilac.
Long live
Captain Lilac.
Yep.
Long live
I was trying to memorialize Packard.
Long live Captain Lilac. Alrighty. And we'll see you guys over there. Thank you again very, very much. And good night.
Sailing the stars in search of a harbor. Won't you join our crew? Lilac steady even when it gets heavy. Amidst the chaos, they'll see you through. Dietrich's disdain hides a gentler refrain to keep our spirits up. And where there's a fight, there's probably Piper. She's tiny, but she's tough. Curie will find what's hidden inside. Discover secrets big and small. And there's Flora to smile through the horror and wonder of it all. Dermot the bear looks through his vacant stare, but they will fluff you up with their hamster Peanut to help when they're stuck.